YouTube, what's going on? Jamey Visuals, back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be going over how to edit your photos in Lightroom. I went out and I had a photo shoot, and I have just a bunch of photos that I took for Jamey. Now if you see over here to the left, there's going to be folders on top of folders on my hard drive. The first thing you're going to want to do is find the folder that you initially saved all your photos to. So in my case, right here where it says Jamey, I will click on that and it will bring up all the photos of Jamey that I took. More than likely, they're all going to be like that. So they're all going to be selected, but if you don't want to edit all the photos at once, or there's only certain ones that you do want to edit, you go down here and hit uncheck all, and then you randomly just go through and pick out the ones that you want to edit. So for instance, I'm just gonna grab a few. Let me see, I'll grab this one. I know this is the one I really wanted to do. I'll grab that, the one right below it. I'll do one of these, maybe this one right here. And again, guys, this is just for the sake of this video, so we'll just do it like that. I think it was like 2 or 3 that I grabbed. So once you do that, you bring it on over to import, and you go up here and hit develop. Off the top, you're gonna see 3 of them down here. They're gonna, however many you do, are gonna line up all across right here. So if you grab about 100 of them, there's going to be a bar down here that you slide over, and it's going to show you all the photos that you have selected. All right, so what I normally do is I come over here and I hit auto. That's really going to auto exposure, get it to where it should really be. All right, and after that, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click these 2 boxes right here. All right, and then after that, it's pretty much time to add your preset. This is how I do my work. Other people may do their work differently, but this is how I do my work. So I'll go through and I'll go through some presets, see one that I like. Well, I normally go through these ones. I really like LA Evening, LA Views. I like that one a lot. This is my favorite, actually. Actually, this one's even another favorite of mine. It's between Hollywood Views and the Dark of Beverly Hills. You know what? I'm gonna go with this one. All right. So as you can see right here, it's really dark. It's very underexposed now. So what you have to do from here is just bring things up. Bring up the shadows. Possibly bring up the exposure. You know, the darks are down really low, so you can even bring those up, and then maybe even bring down the shadow. Okay, now what's bugging me here is I usually go up here and crop it before anything. So I'll go to original. After I hit original, I'll come down here, and normally what I do is I just hit 5 and 4 for the aspect ratio. And this is literally going to bring it to the equivalent of an IG post. So I'll just line it up about right there. Yeah, I like that a lot. And to me, that looks a lot better. All right, after doing that, sometimes, I don't do this always, but I will go up here and I'll make like a little faded look. See how that makes it look faded? I love faded photos. But I think for this photo, I'm not gonna put any fade on it. Or if I do, just slightly up a little. But yeah, that's how you do a fade. You just come to the bottom one and you drag it up. All right, so now that you see that there's a fade, I'll sometimes bring the shadows up a little after that. And you see with the saturation in the vibrance, I'll play with that a little bit, but not a lot. I don't like it that saturated. So maybe I'll bring the vibrance down a little. I'm liking that a lot. Let me bring up the saturation and see how it looks. Yeah, no, I'm not a saturated type of guy. I mean, if that's what you like, go ahead and do it. But I think right there looks really good. I'm gonna say there. All right, and now on to the next thing. This is where it gets really fun and interesting. Now you get to play with the colors. This is how you manipulate colors in Lightroom. All right, so for the colors, we're gonna start with, all these seem to look fine. So these are good where it's at. Right here is just changing the hue. So if I wanted to change, say, the color of her red sweater, see how it changes when I move the scale? But I like it right in the middle. Even though that red looks really good to me also. You know what? I'm gonna bring the red up just a little bit like that. I like that. And then you see that? That's this scale up here is literally just, this scale up here is just changing the hue of all the colors. I don't really like to mess with hue that much unless I'm outdoors, maybe in the forest. I like to change the greens a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna say that for the red. And then see with the orange. Yeah, see, if you bring the orange down, it desaturates all the orange in the photo. Also, another key tip here is if you shoot in JPEG, you're not going to be able to do things like this as much as you would if you shot in RAW. Make sure you shoot in RAW if you want to manipulate your colors and everything, even the highlights and the contrast and all that. Shooting in RAW is the best way to go. But at the end of the day, it's whatever you're comfortable with. So if you like to shoot in JPEG, shoot in JPEG. If you want to shoot in RAW, shoot in RAW. If you want to shoot standard, shoot standard. If you want to shoot neutral, shoot neutral. It's all a preference. At the end of the day, there's no right or wrong. It's whatever you're comfortable shooting with. All right, back to the colors. Say you bring up the saturation in the yellows. There's not much yellow in the shot, if any. I would say up more towards her face. You could see a little bit. But I'm gonna bring the yellows down. I'll probably leave it about right there. And let's look at the blue. Oh yeah, there's a lot of blue in there. But I like my blues to be down. I like to desaturate my blues all the way. That's just how I like it. There's not much purple in here. No purple. Maybe magenta in her face. No, magenta in her sweater. So I'll leave that about right there. And for the luminance, that's just gonna allow it to brighten or darken. This is the best way to explain it. So if we go ahead and bring the reds up, it gets brighter or darker depending on how you set it. I'm gonna leave mine about right there. For the yellow, let's look at the yellow. Okay, so this is where we see there is yellow in here in the back above the truck. I'm gonna bring that down. And let's look at that truck again when I bring the red up. Yeah, see, I don't like the truck is looking really blown out back there, so I'm gonna just bring the reds down. All right, is there any green? Yeah, we'll bring the green down. It's saying that there's green in the background. Aqua. Doesn't really matter, but the aqua, I'll leave the aqua down too. And then for sure the blue is gonna go down. I don't know, I think I like the blue up a little bit in this one. And that's where I'm gonna leave it for the color. And the split toning, I don't really do much with the split toning. As you can see, there is split toning in here right now. That's due to the preset that I put up. But yeah, I'll get more in depth with split toning in another video. But moving down onto the next section, and that's sharpening. If you want your photo to be sharper, you would bring that up. If you want it not to be sharper, you bring it down. I usually put my sharpening right about right here. And for the noise, if you have any noise in the image for any reason, say you're like in a dark environment and you see a little bit of noise, this will actually reduce the amount of noise in your photo. It won't make it completely disappear, but I mean, for the most part, it does a really good job of getting rid of the noise. So I tend to bring that up a little bit. And I really like the way this image came out. As you can tell, I usually go for like a dark and moody vibe. So I don't know, maybe I'll name this video how to get moody photos in Lightroom. How's that? Down to the next thing. There's one last thing I want to talk about. I don't normally use this, but there is a vignette setting. And what that is if you bring the vignette down, you'll see you see how it darkens a little bit. I actually really like the way it vignettes in this photo. But yeah, again, if you bring it up, it'll make it white. But I don't know, maybe I'll bring the vignette down just a bit. I don't know, it just brings out her face more. You can also feather it in down here. Again, I don't really like to mess with vignetting that much, but for this photo, I think it adds instead it takes away. When I tell you I'm so picky with vignetting, I really do not like it. I think I'm gonna leave it there, guys. And that is my workflow on how to make moody photos in Lightroom. On to the next one. This is gonna be really quick and simple, because if you wanna keep this same look and apply it to all your images, there's a quick and easy way to do this, and it doesn't require any extra work. All you have to do is hit copy right here. Make sure everything's selected and hit copy. Go on over here and we're going to do paste. And what that's going to do is everything that we just did in this photo, it has just been applied to this photo. So as you can see, if I hit reset, you're going to see the difference. And then if I go back up here and hit undo reset, there it is. But that doesn't always mean that it's perfect. As you can see, to me, I feel like it's a little brighter than the one before that. So what I'm gonna do is maybe bring down the exposure. There we go. And possibly the highlight. I don't know. I think that looks good. I don't think any extra work has to be done here, except for cropping. Go ahead and hit 5, 4. Get that out of there. Okay, so I usually like to line it up with her eyes, but I might just do it like this again. There we go. I'm gonna actually bring the blacks down even a little more. And for this one, I might bring the vibrance up just a little. And that's that, guys. So what you can do is you can copy this and go take this, what you have right here, and bring it on to the next photo, or you can just keep it how you had the first one and bring it on to the next photo, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to do that right here. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to bring it on over here, and this is where you're going to see a huge difference, a very, very big difference. As you can see on our hand, it seems to me like the blue right here, and I don't know if it's the light, whatever is going on here, it's casting a very blue shadow on her hand. So that may be a problem when it's coming down to editing this photo, but I still wanted to do it anyway and try my best to bring it back to where it should be. The photo is very dark. The sun was starting to go down, but when I apply the preset, it's most likely going to turn maroon, like a purplish color. So we just gotta try our best to get it back to looking best. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it, and just like I said, I see a lot of magenta, a lot of maroon, or purple, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring down the magenta real quick and see how it looks. And to me, it looks a lot better. This is the problem right here. This is what bothers me the most, is just how her hand got so blue. But other than that, if you look, you can see it's a really good photo. What I would do is would probably bring down the exposure and maybe bring the shadows up and the blacks down. All in all, very beautiful photo. Again, you know how I do it. I like to crop, bring that 5 and the 4 in, and right there looks really good to me. I will actually also bring the contrast up in this one, and maybe go down here, and I want to mess with the oranges a little bit. I like the orange in the sky. I definitely want to bring that out. So if I do that and then maybe bring that down, let's see how it looks if I bring it up, down and up. I'll probably bring it down to about right there. And also I want to mess with the yellow. Nope, that's the hue. The yellow saturation. Look at that. I love that. All in all, great photo shoot. I love this photo shoot. That is pretty much it for now. I thank you guys for tuning in. If you would like, go ahead and find Jamey, Angelina Photography on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below where you can find her. Awesome photographer. She does weddings. She does shoots for dogs and family photos. Go ahead and follow her. Give her a follow. If you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.